You know, your phone, your car, your watch, they're all getting incredibly smart. But here's the thing. Most of that intelligence, it doesn't actually live in your device. It lives thousands of miles away in the cloud. Well, today, we're talking about a massive shift that's bringing all that brain power right back into the palm of your hand. This is Edge AI. Let's dive in. So to really get why this is such a game changer, let's start with a really high-stakes question. Why can't a self-driving car afford to just wait for instructions from the cloud? Because when a car is flying down the highway at 60 miles per hour, a half-second delay isn't just a little bit of lag. It's the difference between a close call and a complete catastrophe. Waiting for a signal to travel to a server and back again is a luxury you just don't have. We're talking about a world where milliseconds literally matter. And that critical need for instant, split-second decisions is forcing us to totally rethink where AI needs to live. It can't be in some far-off data center. It's time to move beyond the cloud. Okay, so here's the fundamental difference. Think of cloud AI like a round trip. Your device sends data to a server, the server does the thinking, and then it sends an answer back. That whole process takes time, and it needs a really stable internet connection. Edge AI, on the other hand, puts the brain right there, on the device. It's instant, it works even if you're offline, and maybe most importantly, it's way more private because your personal data never has to leave your control. So that all sounds great, right? But how in the world do you cram a supercomputer's brain onto a tiny little device? Let's get into the tech that's making all of this possible. On the left here, you can see the old way of doing things, that long journey from a data center to the cloud to your device and then all the way back again. But now look at the right. That's the world of Edge AI. The algorithms, the smarts, are put directly onto the end devices. They analyze data right where it's created. The delay? Gone. The whole process is just streamlined. Now, this whole revolution is being powered by a brand new kind of hardware. We're talking about these specialized chips called neural processing units, or NPUs for short. The best way to think of them is like tiny, hyper-efficient brains that are designed for one thing, running really complex AI calculations, using just a fraction of the power so they don't kill your battery. And this isn't just a concept. Here's a real-world example, the Synaptics Astra chip. This is a piece of silicon built from the ground up for Edge AI. It's chips exactly like this that are giving everyday objects, from our cars to our security cameras, the power to actually think for themselves. So yeah, this is not science fiction. Edge AI is already here, and it's reshaping our world in some really practical ways. Let's look at a few examples you might be seeing in your life right now. First up, I want you to imagine walking into a store where there are no lines, no cashiers, and no checkout whatsoever. Well, this is the magic behind Amazon's Just Walk Out stores. A whole network of cameras and sensors feeds data into an AI system that's located right there, in the store. It figures out who took what in real time, so you can literally just grab your stuff and walk out. It's this completely seamless experience, and it's all powered by on-site Edge AI. Okay, next, let's talk about something a lot more personal. Edge AI is quickly becoming a guardian for our health, watching over us in real time. Your smartwatch is the perfect example of this. The device is constantly collecting your biometric data. But instead of sending all that sensitive info to the cloud, the AI right on your watch can analyze it for problems. It can detect if you've had a fall, or even spot the early warning signs of sepsis up to 6 hours before traditional methods. And then it can instantly alert a doctor or a family member. It's faster, and your private health data stays with you. Now, beyond our personal lives, Edge AI is also sparking a new industrial revolution, everywhere from the factory floor to the farmer's field. Take smart factories. There's an automotive plant in Pune, India, for instance, and they absolutely cannot risk shutting down production just because the internet connection gets a little spotty. So they have edge devices right on the factory floor, running AI models that analyze vibrations and temperatures to predict when a machine might fail. This keeps the whole assembly line running smoothly, no matter what. And it's not just inside factories. Out in the open fields, Edge AI is turning traditional agriculture into what people are calling smart farming. And this cycle shows you exactly how that works. You've got drones and sensors collecting data on crop health. Then, the Edge AI on the equipment itself analyzes that data on the spot, makes a decision, like say applying a tiny dose of fertilizer to one specific plant, and then it takes action. It's this continuous, intelligent loop happening right there in the field. And the impact is just staggering. These AI-driven precision systems can actually increase crop yields by 15%, all while cutting way down on water and chemical use. So what does that mean? It means more food grown with fewer resources.
Okay, so the things we've just seen are pretty incredible, but believe it or not, we're really just scratching the surface. So let's take a peek at what's coming next.
The next great frontier has to be autonomous humanoid robots. I mean, for a machine like this to walk around and work alongside us in our chaotic, unpredictable world, it absolutely cannot have any delay in its thinking. It has to react instantly. The robotics expert Hiroshi Ishiguro explained this perfectly. He said that even a tiny half-second delay in a robot's response is just too noticeable to us. It feels wrong. That delay, he says, pushes the robot into what's known as the uncanny valley, where it just feels creepy. Edge AI is really the only way to get the real-time processing that robots need to feel natural and for us to trust them. So where is all this heading? Well, the future is collaborative. We're talking about things like federated learning, where an entire fleet of cars can learn from each other's driving experiences without ever sharing private data. It's going to be generative, with our devices being powerful enough to create images and text and ideas right in our hands. And maybe wildest of all, it's becoming brain-inspired. Check this out. This is a neuromorphic chip. Instead of processing information in a straight, linear way like a normal computer, it's designed to mimic that complex web of neurons and synapses in our own brains. The whole goal here is to achieve brain-like speed and efficiency, to process huge amounts of data while using almost no power. So all of this is leading us to a world where intelligence isn't just in the cloud, but it's all around us. It's instant, it's efficient, and it's embedded in everything we use every single day. And that leaves us with one final big question. As our devices don't just get smarter, but faster, what will we be capable of?